As the summer sun shone brightly, a group of friends gathered for a beach day near a remote stretch of sand. Upon arrival, they spotted an unusual mound of black rocks near the water's edge. Their initial amusement turned to horror as they realized these were not rocks at all, but something far more grim. "Yo, check that out," Eamon said as he pointed at the black rocks near the water's edge. He began to walk toward it, but his friend, Anna, tried to stop him. His shuddering scream echoed across the beach, catching the attention of almost all the beachgoers. But what were those strange rocks? What happened to Eamon? And will he get better? But before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. They quickly searched for their phones and dialed 911 at the same time. She looked at the black substance on his hands and feet and noticed his skin was turning red. The ambulance finally arrived. Paramedics jumped out, rushing to assess the situation. The paramedics started triaging, quickly realizing they were overwhelmed by the sheer number of people needing immediate attention. One paramedic stayed behind, determined to understand what had caused this disaster. He approached the black rocks, cautiously wearing gloves and a mask. Kneeling down, he examined the substance closely, noting its strange, almost living quality. "This isn't natural," he muttered, taking a sample. As he worked, he kept glancing at the suffering beachgoers. With each passing minute, the burning sensation spread, making it hard for her to catch her breath. "It hurts so much," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. She tried to focus on Amon, desperate for relief. Anna stumbled toward the sea. The black slime seemed to burn hotter with each step. She waded into the water, hoping the salt water would help. The cool waves lapped against her legs. She prayed for the pain to stop, gasping as the water touched the slime-covered wound. The seawater brought Anna some relief. She could feel the stinging sensation ease slightly, enough for her to catch her breath. "Thank God," she murmured, her mind racing. She splashed more water on her shoulder, the pain dulling a bit more. She looked back at the beach, seeing Amon still in agony. The seawater might be the key to helping him, but she needed a way to get it to him. Anna's eyes fell on a group of children playing with buckets nearby. They laughed, filling their buckets with water and building sandcastles. Anna sprinted to the sea, the bucket swinging wildly in her hands. Her heart pounded as she reached the water's edge. Anna carefully poured the seawater over Eamon's back, hoping it would help alleviate his pain. The water splashed over the black slime, washing it away slowly. Eamon's breathing was ragged, but he seemed to relax a bit as the water cooled his burning skin. She kept pouring, determined to help him as much as she could. The pain started to lift for Eamon, giving him a small measure of relief. "It's getting better," he gasped, his voice hoarse. Anna smiled through her tears. "See? It's working," she said, her hands never stopping. She felt a glimmer of hope. The seawater was making a difference, and Eamon's breathing seemed to ease. Other beachgoers followed suit, rinsing the black slime off in the sea. Cries of pain turned to sighs of relief as the seawater worked its magic. The beach was still chaotic, but now there was a sense of shared hope and action. Meanwhile, the paramedic collected samples of the black rocks for analysis. He carefully placed pieces of the strange substance into containers, labeling them. He knew this was a crucial step in preventing further harm. With the samples secured, he hoped the lab could provide answers quickly. The sound of approaching ambulances filled the air, bringing a sense of urgency. Sirens wailed, cutting through the chaos on the beach. Your paramedics flooded the beach, tending to the numerous injuries caused by the black slime. "Over here!" Anna waved frantically, guiding them to Eamon. The paramedics moved swiftly, assessing wounds and administering first aid. Police arrived and cordoned off the area around the mysterious rocks. Yellow tape fluttered in the breeze as officers directed people away from the danger zone. The police presence added a layer of order to the chaotic scene, ensuring no one else would be harmed by the strange substance. Anna followed Amon to the hospital to provide support and ensure his well-being. She couldn't bear the thought of leaving him alone. Aman received antibiotics and pain relief for the severe pain he was experiencing. The doctors moved quickly, assessing his condition. Anna watched, her worry easing slightly. She knew they were in good hands, but the sight of him in pain was still hard to bear. The story of the strange rocks made it to the evening news, raising public concern. An unusual incident at a local beach has left several injured, the news anchor reported, images of the chaotic scene flashing on the screen. Anna's phone buzzed with messages from friends who had seen the broadcast. She glanced at Aman, hoping this attention would bring answers about what had happened and why. The news report lacked concrete information about the nature of the black slime. Authorities are still investigating the mysterious substance. Anna frowned, feeling frustrated. They needed answers, and soon, the vague details only heightened her anxiety. Anna noticed strange red spots on her hand that began to itch while she sat beside Eamon's bed. She scratched absent-mindedly at first, but the itching grew more intense. "What is this?" she muttered, examining her hand closer. The spots looked angry and irritated, a worrying sign after everything that had happened. Anxiety bubbled up inside her, making her heart race as she tried to stay calm. She quickly called for a nurse to examine the mysterious spots on her hand. "Excuse me, can you help?" she asked, her voice tinged with urgency. The nurse approached, taking a close look at Anna's hand. "Let me get something for that," the nurse said, hurrying away. Anna's mind raced with possibilities, none of them comforting. She glanced at Aman, hoping this wasn't another sign of trouble. The nurse provided an ointment to alleviate the itching and discomfort. "Apply this, it should help," she instructed, handing the tube to Anna. Anna quickly spread the ointment over the red spots, feeling a cooling relief almost instantly. "Thank you," she said, trying to relax. The nurse nodded and left, leaving Anna to sit back down beside Eamon, her worry slightly eased but not entirely gone. Anna returned home that evening anxious about the rocks and worried about Aman's recovery. Her mind replayed the day's events over and over. What were those things? She whispered to herself, feeling a chill run down her spine. The house felt emptier without Eamon. She paced the floor, unable to shake the feeling of unease. The red spots on her hand were a constant reminder of the day's horrors. She couldn't shake the uneasy feeling about what had happened at the beach. Every noise made her jump. Every shadow seemed sinister. Anna sat on her couch, staring blankly at the TV, unable to focus. "This isn't over," she thought, dread settling in her stomach. The events of the day had left a mark deeper than the spots on her hand. She knew she had to find out more. Anna went back to the hospital the next day to check on Aman's condition. Her heart raced as she navigated the sterile hallways. "Please be okay," she whispered to herself, pushing open the door to his room. She had barely slept, the events of the previous day playing over and over in her mind. Seeing Aman was the only thing that could ease her worry. The found Aman sitting upright in bed, looking significantly better than before. "Anna," he greeted her with a weak smile. Relief washed over her as she rushed to his side. "You look so much better," she said, her eyes scanning his face for signs of pain. Eamon nodded, his expression calmer. "They've been taking good care of me," he replied, his voice steadying. A news reporter entered Eamon's room seeking an interview about the beach incident. "Mr. Taylor, can we have a moment of your time?" the reporter asked, camera crew in tow. Anna frowned, sensing Eamon's discomfort. "We just want to understand what happened," the reporter pressed. Eamon shifted uneasily in his bed, clearly not eager to relive the traumatic experience for the evening news. The officer revealed that the strange rocks were actually black-spotted sea cucumbers. "Sea cucumbers?" Anna echoed incredulously. "Yes, they're a type of marine animal towers from Hawaii. They're harmless under normal circumstances, but they can release a toxic substance when threatened." Eamon and Anna exchanged bewildered glances. The mysterious rocks were living creatures, something they never would have imagined. The officer continued to explain the nature of the sea cucumbers. The sea cucumbers had expelled toxic slime called holothurine as a defense mechanism. The slime is meant to deter predators, the officer explained. Unfortunately, it caused severe reactions when people came into contact with it. Anna nodded, the pieces of the puzzle starting to come together. "So that's what burned our skin," she murmured. The officer confirmed, adding that the substance was particularly irritating to human skin. The holothurine caused severe skin irritation and intense pain among those affected. "It's a potent toxin," the officer said. "Even a small amount can cause significant discomfort." Eamon winced at the memory of the burning pain. "No wonder it hurt so much," he said. Anna felt a mix of relief and frustration. They finally knew what had caused their pain, but questions still lingered about how it all happened. Anna asked how so many sea cucumbers ended up on the beach, but the officer had no answer. "We're still investigating that," he admitted. "It's unusual for them to wash up in such large numbers." Anna frowned, feeling the mystery deepen. "So we still don't know why this happened?" she pressed. The officer shook his head, looking just as baffled as she felt. "Not yet, but we're working on it," he assured her. The police were as baffled as everyone else about the large presence of sea cucumbers. "We've never seen anything like this before," the officer continued. "Our marine experts are looking into it, but it might take some time." Anna sighed, her mind racing with unanswered questions. Biologists arrived to carefully remove the sea cucumbers from the beach. "We need to handle these creatures with care," one biologist explained to the gathered crowd. They wore protective gear as they worked, gently placing the sea cucumbers into containers. They sent the sea cucumbers to a suitable habitat to prevent further incidents, the lead biologist announced. The team worked efficiently, ensuring each sea cucumber was safely transported. Eamon nodded, grateful for the efforts to prevent another accident. Eamon and others affected by the holothurine made a full recovery in the hospital. Despite the lingering questions, Anna felt optimistic about the future and their newfound resilience. The beach remained closed until it was deemed safe for the public. The incident prompted further investigation into the sudden appearance of the sea cucumbers. Marine biologists and environmentalists worked together, scouring data and examining currents. Anna and Amon followed the updates closely, eager to learn more about the mysterious event that had upended their peaceful day at the beach. Anna and Eamon returned to the beach, now safe and free from the toxic sea cucumbers. "It's so good to be back," Anna said, breathing in the salty air. Eamon smiled, feeling the sand beneath his feet. The beach looked as beautiful as ever, a stark contrast to their last visit. They set up their towels, enjoying the tranquility. "Here's to a fresh start," Eamon toasted with a bottle of water. The beach returned to normal, but the memory of the incident lingered among the locals. Conversations often drifted to that fateful day, with people sharing their own experiences and theories.